I made a video about "Are Westerners stupid?" question mark, and I'm very, very thankful to you guys. 99.9% of you guys, you understand my point clearly. 99 point, though not 100% from what I discovered from the comment, but 99.9 of you guys understand what I was trying to pass across. So today I'll be talking about why scamming is prevalent in Nigeria, why online scamming is very, very prevalent in Nigeria. What are the factors that are responsible for that? After all, we're not the only country in Africa. We're not the only country that is suffering. We're not the only country where the government is almost useless. Not only us. Why do we have the most notorious scammers, online scammers in Nigeria? Why? I'm going to explain that. Before I'll talk about why scamming is prevalent in Nigeria, I would like us to go back to the case of an infamous and notorious scammer who was captured by our FBI in conjunction with the United Arab Emirates security operatives. He's still in detention right now, awaiting his trial, and his name is Hush Puppy. That is his online nickname, Hush Puppy. I'm very sure most of you have heard about Hush Puppy if you are the type who follows scamming news. You've heard about him. Now, Hush Puppy is directly connected to one of the most famous police cops. In fact, he's so famous to an extent that he's called Super Cop. Yes, it's called Super Cop, to tell you how efficient in quote, because I don't know, but how efficient the man is known to be. Said to be efficient, and he has been given so many awards, especially by the House of Representatives of Nigeria. He has been given an award directly by them through what he did. He arrested a very notorious and infamous kidnapper, Efrans. That one is still in prison now. So what's the connection between Hush Puppy and Nigerian Super Cup? The connection is that FBI discovered that Hush Puppy transferred 1 million naira to him. His name is Abbas Kyari. His name is Abbas Kyari, and is from the northern part of Nigeria. He transferred 1 million naira to Abbas Kyari. And what's the purpose? According to what I read, the purpose was for the Super Cup, for the Abbas Kyari to punish, to deal with someone whom had a kind of illegal business with Hush Puppy. I'm very sure maybe that one double-crossed him or what, and that one came back to Nigeria. Remember, Hush Puppy is based in Dubai. He's based in Dubai. He has left Nigeria. In fact, one of his videos is promised that he's not going to come to Nigeria again. That's what he said, because he said he doesn't love Nigeria anymore. So he sent him the money to deal with the person. Now remember, having his status, he can do almost anything he wants. I'm very sure once he gets arrested, his superior, whatever you tell them, his superior won't even question it. So that is what we have. And lately in early February this year, 2022, NDLA, Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, also known as NDLA, allegedly discovered that Abbas Kyari, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, is among the members of drug cartel that ply the road between Brazil, Nigeria, and Ethiopia, that is among the cartel members. According to them, they have a video evidence to support that. Remember, a Deputy Commissioner of Police being a member of drug cartel. Imagine that, if that is true, allegedly. But remember, just imagine the kind of thing that is happening. He has been arrested and detained by the NDLA. Investigation is still on. I just wanted to understand what he could know. From what I read yesterday, it was discovered that he has a huge sum, probably about $1 million in his account. About $1 million in his account. Okay, the $1 million that Hush Puppy sent to him, it is $2,400 in dollars. It is 2,400 in dollars. So I don't get, you guys won't understand naira. So in dollars, it's 2,400. Now look at that. Look at how horrible that is. A deputy commissioner of police, you know, a member of drug cartel. You know, imagine. So things are just not going well. All right. Okay, talking about scamming now. According to the FBI, out of 88 people that have been indicted by them, out of 88 people that have been indicted by them, 77 of them are Nigerians. Imagine. It's a sad thing. Very saddening. And I'm ashamed to be a Nigerian. Out of 88 people that were indicted, 77 of them are Nigerians. And we have 54 countries in Africa, 54 countries in Africa alone, and 77 out of 88 indicted people by FBI, 77 are Nigerians. Now imagine that. It's a shameful thing. It's a shameful thing. That is why Nigerians in diaspora, they are facing a lot of condemnation, a lot of misconception about them. I can feel their pain. Even for those of you that are here, but we have business online, we know what we face. The moment you declare that you are Nigerian, you are immediately seen as a scammer, as an untrustworthy person, you know, as a man with no integrity. That's how you are seen. You know why? Because you are Nigerian. All right. So we gotta leave that there. The only thing is that we do our own aspect to clean any doubt that we're capable of doing. Is a large thing. It's a very large thing, like a large billboard, but just a small dot. If you can clean it, we'll do it. That's what we can do. Now, the fact is that we talk about the reason why it is prevalent in Nigeria is that number one is Nigeria has the highest population in Africa. According to the latest statistics, Nigerian population is about 216 million people. 216 million people. That's the highest, the most populated country in Africa. Now, the second is Ethiopia. That Ethiopia, Nigerian is almost twice as the population of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is 114 million. Nigeria is 216 million. To tell you how large, how big the population of Nigeria is. Now, I'm sorry for the background noise. This is Nigerian. It's Nigeria, though we have affluent people, affluent areas where you can't see a baby crying on the street or something like that. But it's for the super rich people. It's why we are living. We disturbing others in this kind of environment. We don't see it as anything. We say as nothing is wrong now. After it's just a baby crying. That baby crying is preventing you from sleeping. They don't care. It's a baby crying. Okay, that's part of life. Number two factor is corruption. In corruption, I don't even know where to start. I don't know. Let's talk about corruption. Almost everyone is corrupt in Nigeria. Almost everyone is corrupt. Almost. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying almost everyone is corrupt in Nigeria. Now look at the case of the Abba Kyari, the Deputy Commissioner of Police. Now look at that now. Do you know that within 15 years, Nigeria spent over $50 billion on power sector, and there's nothing to show for it. $50 billion on power, and there's nothing to show for it. The last time we had power was about 3 days ago. I see it in many other areas like that. In fact, we have some villages that even have, they don't have electrification. They are not electrified yet. We have them, and billions of dollars have been spent. So the corruption it has eaten to the fiber of Nigeria to an extent that it has even eaten into families. Yes, it has eaten into families. You now see two brothers, a brother scamming his brother, a sister scamming her sister. You've even had a case where a child scammed their parent. So it has eaten too deep to an extent. If you are not careful, if you want to be honest, if you want to show integrity in Nigeria, you can be labeled, you can be seen as an adult. That look at their own, his own is different. You can be seen as a rubbish person who does not confine to, who does not conform to the society. You can be, though not in all cases, but you can be if you are not careful. Yes, they can talk you out of your integrity if your integrity is not solid enough to tell you that. So the corruption, it has eaten to so many levels. I'm not sure the level of corruption between Nigeria and Venezuela. I don't know the one that's most corrupt, but Venezuela is also a very corrupt country. All right. Now we look at our English language. Yes, English language. In Africa, there are only 12 countries out of 54 countries that has English language as their main official language. Yes, out of 54 countries in Africa, that means that the language allowed the Nigerian to scam countries such as United States, United Kingdom, Canada. Those are the major ones. When you talk about UK, US, Canada, Australia, they've taken almost all the developed nation. Almost, though not all of them, but almost Germany too. I discovered that I heard in the news that some Nigerians are also scamming Germans now. I don't know how they do that because I don't know the percentage of Nigerians that can speak German. The fourth reason why Nigeria has the highest number of scammers in the world, let me put it like that, is because that Nigeria is the only country in Africa that has the highest number of her citizens living in other countries, especially those countries that I talked about: United States, UK, Canada, Australia. They have the highest number of people there. As a result, it is very, very easy, relatively easy, for a Nigerian living here that wants to scam there to have a Nigerian over there that will help them in the scamming, because we have the highest number of people living in those countries. So it is very, very easy, relatively easy, for a notorious criminal, an online scammer, to find a Nigerian who is willing to help them in carrying out the scamming. Nigerians in diaspora, we have the highest. In fact, in Africa, Nigeria has the highest diaspora remittance in Africa. So that shows that we have more people in other countries, especially in North America and Europe, than every other country. Okay, now the next one is that because of corruption, the fifth factor is that there is virtually no punishment for being a scammer. Virtually no punishment. What I mean by virtually is that for almost all the scammers that have been caught that I know of, almost all of them, both those that I read on news, when they are caught by EFCC, Economic for Financial Crime Commission, when they are caught, they pay money to the EFCC and they are released. When they are caught by the police or the EFCC, once they pay money to them, they release them. Yes, they release them. And when they are released, I don't know what those guys are thinking, that the released suspect is going to start doing. What they end up doing, I don't know what they think. That once I'm arrested as a scammer now, and out of the money I have, I give them probably 250,000, 500,000 naira, and I'm released. I don't know what they think that I'll be doing after being released. I have no idea what you think that I'll be doing. So virtually no punishment. Once you have money, you pay yourself out of whatever. But we have some scammers that they're not even afraid of the authority. What they'll tell you is that I'll give them money. What they want is money. So that means once you have the money, you can easily escape. You can be scamming, with immunity, with impunity. You are very free. And that's a very, very sad thing in Nigeria. The fifth factor why it is prevalent is religion. Yes, religion. Both Christianity and Islam. Yes, I'll focus on those two religions. Now in Nigeria, if you don't have money, if you are broke, you are a pauper, you are a poor person, in churches now, you will not be recognized. And when I say in churches, I'm not talking about 100%, but I'm very, very sure it is 99.9% of churches you will not be recognized. Only those who have money now, only those who give huge sum of money to church and to pastors that are recognized, that are well respected in churches. And they won't ask the source of your wealth. They don't care. Just bring the money and now they pray for you. In fact, there was a pastor right here in Nigeria that was praying to his members based on the amount of money that they give to him. Now imagine that. He gives them prayer based on the amount of money that they pay to him. Now imagine that. And that is very, very prevalent all over the country. So religion also is pushing Nigerians to be looking for money in any way, instead of telling them it's good to look for money, but do not take the unlawful way. No, they're not even saying that. In fact, we have some churches in Nigeria, the only thing they preach is prosperity. They only preach prosperity. There's nothing like Jesus loves you, forgive and forget, and don't go into. The only thing they preach is prosperity. When you love Jesus, you'll be rich. You have everything you need. You can't be a Christian and not be wealthy. So that kind of idea, that kind of concept has been sown into the minds of many Nigerians. Same thing in Islam too. Many mosques, money has taken over. What they want is money. If you are not rich, you'll not be recognized. If you are not rich, you won't be recognized, no matter how honest you are. And about 50 years ago, it wasn't like that. Only honest people were recognized back then, integrity people. But nowadays, it is no more. The only person recognized is money, irrespective of the kind of person they are. Whether they are assassin, whether they are armed robbers, whether they are rapists, they are online scammers, they don't care. Just bring the money. Just bring the money. So the religion is contributing to the online scamming. There are so many videos online where young guys, I'm talking about scammers, they went to a church and they started spraying naira, 500 naira. Young guys, about 25 years, 23, 24, about 4 of them. They were spraying naira. And the pastor didn't bother to ask them, you guys, you are very young, what do you do? What is your job? He wasn't concerned. They were spraying naira. The video is right there on the internet. So the pastor didn't care, just spray the money. They don't care where the money came from. That is the problem we're having. All right, the last factor, but not the least. The last factor here is poor quality of education in Nigeria. Like we used to say here, we have so many illiterate graduates in Nigeria. They've been to university, they've graduated, yet they are illiterate. Uneducated graduates, we have them a lot in Nigerian. According to some employers, they will tell you that most of Nigerian graduates are not employable. That is, they are not fit enough to be employed. And when they are not employed and they are graduates, they'll go into other things to make money. And many of them, they end up scamming online. But they'll tell you they are graduates, they can't do labor-intensive jobs. That's what they tell you. They can't do that. And they end up being a scammer, especially if they are male. So poor quality of education is also affects how they can become an entrepreneur, because they lack the education. Lecturers collect bribe for them, from them. They pass the exam. When it comes to project, at the end of our college days, university days, we do project. How do you do project in Nigeria commonly? Just pay the money to your supervisor, pay the money, and look for a project, write your name there, and you've done the project. So the quality of education in Nigeria is too poor that even when we move abroad to work, when you move abroad, especially to United Kingdom or US, according to what I read, is that our Nigerians aren't seen as being educated. Not all of us, don't mind you. Mind you, we have geniuses in Nigeria. We have very, very brilliant and smart people in Nigeria. So what I'm talking about here is the majority of the people, not all Nigerians. Don't get right? Not all Nigerians that are being affected with this. The quality of education is very, very poor. I made a video about my primary school. You can watch that, then you have a glimpse of the factor responsible for poor quality of education, apart from corruption, which is the number one. You'll see that. Then, for the factors that I've highlighted, what is the solution? Because we can't continue like this. We have to do something about our image. We have to stop the scamming in Nigeria. One thing you should know is that I'm talking about you Westerners now. You Westerners, the victim in quotation, is that our FBI is not going to do anything about it. They will do less about it. Why? Especially the romance scammer, is that our FBI won't go after a scammer who scammed a woman out of, let's say, $50,000. They won't go after that because they have more sacrosanct cases to face. So they won't go after that. And that 50,000 naira, you may be your own life saver. And they won't go after that. So the number one solution that I see is that for all Nigerians with high integrity, you just be making awareness, telling them this is not the way. Scamming is not good. Scamming should not be accepted into society, because I've seen the cases where it's like scamming. I'm talking about online scamming is gradually being accepted into society. Then we should tell them that no, we can't accept that. And for those of us that have a platform online, we inform them, we inform the Westerners that look, these are the signs to identify a Nigerian scammer. Once a Nigerian scammer online tells you, have you eaten? The Westerner don't ask them, they don't ask themselves that, have you eaten? We do that in Nigeria. Just know that that's in Nigeria. Once they ask you, have you eaten? That's what we do in Nigeria. We ask ourselves. It's one of the questions that shows that you care about a person. Have you eaten? And they're wondering, why do we do that? Because, food is not an easy thing in Nigeria. So the person you're talking to may not have eaten. So when you ask about, and somebody says, a hungry man is an angry man. Not even a man alone. A hungry woman is an angry woman. So we try to know if you have eaten or not, so that we can know what to discuss with you. Unlike there, where food is relatively cheap. So once somebody tells you online that have you eaten, that person is a Nigerian. Only awareness. If you have any question about scamming, please let me know. It's hurt to my soul watching a scamming video on YouTube. Then when it's time to discover the identity of the scammer, a citizen of Nigeria, it hurts my soul. It hurts every fiber of my being. So within my capacity, I'll do everything I can. And not only me, I've seen about 5 Nigerians, those that I know of, that are also doing this campaign of awareness that scamming is not the way. And they're also advising the Westerners, this is how to spot a Nigerian scammer. This is how to spot them. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section below. My patrons, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Without you, this will not be possible. I'm very grateful to you guys. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to support me, probably you don't want to become my patron, you can buy me a cup of coffee. Yes, the link will be there in the description of the video. The link will be there. For next video, I'll be cooking. I'll be making a special delicacy. So my patrons, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. You make all this possible. Atomic Shrimp, a very wonderful man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll be praying for you privately. Yes, I don't need to pray for you in this video. All right. See you next time.